and I'm here with my favorites for the month of October. Once again, as I always say with these things, I don't do big giant hauls, like I just don't. But I still have a few favorites to talk about. I did get some new stuff this month, so I really wanted to talk about that and just share with you. So let's get to the cards first, and then we'll go to the other stuff. So first of all, no surprise, because it's the month of October, I have to pull out all the Halloween themed kind of decks. And so of course I had to pull out the Halloween Tarot. So this is an oldie but a goodie. I think this originally maybe came out in the 90s or early 2000s. Love the backs there. It is just such a fun deck to work with. It's very Rider-Waite-Smith, but instead of pentacles, we have pumpkins. I mean, how awesome is that? Every card has this little black cat in it. Instead of cups, we have ghosts here. They look so cute and adorable. Then we have, instead of, let's take a look here, find some of the others. Oh, I got to show you, I love the Five of Pentacles here. He dropped his little candy bag. Oh, so sad. Dropped his little trick-or-treat bag there. For the wands, we have imps. So we have imps instead of wands. And then instead of swords, we have bats. So, I mean, how cute and amazing is that? Everything has a wonderful sort of like Halloween vibe to it. And then the major arcana are just sort of all sorts of different like spooky things. Like Death looks great. I love Death here, especially because he's a gardener. The kind of that idea of like, you know, with death comes rebirth. So there's death here, but there's so much life going on as well. So I really love that. Love the vulture. There's just, it is such a fun, happy, cute deck to work with. Here we've got the Hanged Man. It's really awesome. Oh, and the Devil. I love this Devil. There she is. Sexy Devil. Pushing along these little, I guess, I don't know what they are. Little goblins, little guys there. They don't seem terribly happy, that's for sure. But it's just a very cute, fun deck to work with. I know sometimes people like to work with really dark decks at this time, and I do to a certain extent, but I love this deck because it's also really fun and has a lot of nostalgia for me, so I work with that too. And then I also, of course, have to pull out the Halloween Oracle because you have to. It's October, right? And I find this one has like kind of a more serious quality that offsets a bit some of the like fun, kitschy kind of stuff in the Halloween Tarot. So I do like to work with these together. So the backs are fun because they do have lots of these like, you know, little brooms and bats and things and cats, which is cool. But this card deck doesn't just have like Halloween stuff. It also has a lot of fall and winter stuff. So it really speaks to that changing of the season, especially to where I live, because we can get snow anytime between the beginning of October all the way towards Christmas is when winter can really start to set in. So it really shows that changing of the season, which I like. So we've got stuff like midnight. We've got traditional stuff like vampires and trick-or-treating, invisibility. So it's got like a bit more of a serious type tone to it. There's a few different skulls with different themes. Werewolves. And this one, werewolf, about exploring wildness. Like the keywords on here are really great. And there's a lot of stuff about ancestors too. Graveyard. Black cats. So like some of the imagery around Halloween and the meanings associated with them. Some owls here. Ghosts being about regret. You know, just it has like a little bit of a darker, more serious tone to it. And I think like I like to use this in conjunction, like I said, with the Halloween Tarot, because the Halloween Tarot, like it's a great tarot and it reads really well. It's fun to work with, but then this also gives like kind of this bit of a more serious, more reflective tone to it. Like I would say for me, the Halloween Tarot is very Halloween, and the Halloween Oracle is very Samhain to me. So I find it balances out both energies of both like the fun secular holiday and then also the more serious side to things. Now, the next deck I've been working with is a deck I received recently in the mail, and I ordered because I saw it and I was like, oh, that's a really cool deck. I'm probably going to have it as my deck of the month, thinking for January. But it is the Rose Tarot by Nigel Jackson. I am loving this deck so much. Just going to pull it out here. It comes in like the nice Llewellyn box with the nice guidebook. Now I have to say I did look at this guidebook, and writing wise, I honestly, he's a bit obtuse in his writing, to be quite fair. And I mean, I read like big books at times. Like I'm reading Chris Brennan's The Study of Fate and Fortune, Hellenistic Astrology. So I'm used to like sort of these university level textbooks, but I'm finding some of the stuff I read, I go, what? So I don't like, if you're really into like Hermeticism is what I'm looking for, in alchemy, and you like, that kind of writing, you might really like this. But I really love the deck. So the guidebook, I was kind of like, I gotta be honest, I was kind of on. But I really, really love these cards, and I think the artwork on it is just stunning and beautiful. Very, very colorful. I wonder if I should get the lighting right on this. There, that's better, because before it's washing it out. That's a bit, it's like it can't quite, there we go. There, that's where the lighting is better. It's got these beautiful kind of like bright pastels, if that makes sense. They're just these really lovely, I love the imagery on them. Beautiful to work with. I do love the alchemical stuff on here, the medieval references. It is a Marseille type deck in that the pips are, or the minor arcana are pippish, but they have these little mandalas in the middle, mandorlas, I can't remember the word for these, where they have an image in the middle of them. So they're not just plain, because that's why I don't really like Marseille decks, because I like artwork. I like colorfulness, I like art. There we go, there's our Emperor, very beautiful. There's our Hermit. They're just lovely, beautiful cards. And I love the feel of these cards too, because they do have a gloss to them. I'm not a fan of matte cardstock. And they do have a bit of a bend, because I'm also like to riffle shuffle, however you pronounce it. But yeah, I love the sort of like medieval art references in here. I think it's really, really cool. There's the tower there. So I've been loving working with this deck, and I bought an Oracle deck recently that I want to pair this with. I want to see how they pair. And I'm thinking of using this later in the winter. And so I have an Oracle deck that has a wintry vibe to it that I'm going to be pairing with it to see how well they work together. So any guesses as to what that is, you can put in the comments below. But unboxing for it coming soon. So I have been really loving working with this particular tarot deck. The next thing I got as well that I love, and I get this every year, but I do love it, is the Llewellyn Astrological calendar. So that's it there. I have to say I really prefer the artwork this year as opposed to last year. Pardon me. So, I always get this, and I get it more for the information within the calendar than the artwork itself. Last year, the artwork was nice, but the faces, some of them looked a bit awkward. This year, the artwork is beautiful. I'm going to take out the cardboard that keeps it flat in the middle here. So the reason I buy this is because, so that's the artwork for January, so very beautiful, is each day has all of the aspects going on. Of course, they have the lunations, but they have like all of the astrological information for every day, every aspect that's going on between the planets. So it's like a really great wall calendar, because I can look at it, give it a quick reference check. So it's really great if you're into astrology and you're getting more serious about it, and you are wanting to kind of pay attention to the aspects that are going on in the sky right now, paying attention to like where the moon is, paying attention to, what planets are changing signs, what's in retrograde, all of those things. This calendar is really, really great for that. And it has some good information at the back, especially for beginners. It does have an ephemeris, which is charts that show you where all the planets are every day. It also has some travel and vacation forecasts, aspect keywords if you're looking at learning that. It also has, what each planet means and each sign means. It has what the aspects mean. So it's like a little introduction to astrology. So if you're starting to get more serious about astrology, I would definitely recommend this calendar. Apparently they've been making this, this is the 89th edition. So for like 89 years they've been making this calendar. That's pretty cool. So that's what I got this month. And that's kind of like it for the witchy things. I did also get from Bath and Body Works. I'm so happy they have a Canadian website now where I can order things. Before it was like US, but now the Canadian one is open, so that's good. This is one of my favorite scents. It's Into the Night, and it is Patchouli, Rose, and Raspberry, which are some of my favorite scents. Love the scent. It is a bit of a stronger one, but I'm the kind of girl that I go for like a little bit stronger stuff. I don't go for like very, soft scents, that's for sure. Love the scent, and I'm looking forward to when all the Christmas ones come out as well. So that's not witchy, but just a side note. Other than that, this month I started to go out a little bit more. We had Thanksgiving at the beginning of October, so I was able to go see my vaccinated family. And because you could get together with people who were vaccinated, so we had a small like Thanksgiving, but it was really nice, and it was just good to have Thanksgiving again because we didn't really get to have it last year. And then a friend of mine came in from out of town I hadn't seen in a couple of years, so we were able to go to dinner. And again, like I think I mentioned in another video, like we have to be you have to be vaccinated to get in anywhere, really. So we, we were able to do that, go out and have like some dinner, which was lovely. I was also able to go to our local Nordic spa this month as well. So that was just really, really lovely to be able to do that. Like I'm very cautious about going out right now. So with the whole COVID thing, I am vaccinated, but I'm just kind of cautious. So I'm kind of baby steps, but it's nice to like be able to get out again and do a few things. I'm gonna leave you. People seem to like the little interlude last month, so I'm gonna leave you with another one. We had in our neighborhood. There's a little bit of sort of like I wouldn't call it a forest, but like there's a little sort of like wooded area near the river. And somebody had set up a little, just like a little trail for the kids to go through for kind of like Halloween vibes, because we were unsure about whether Halloween was going to happen or not this year. So I'll leave you with a little interlude for that. Thank you again so much for watching. Thank you to all my patrons. You guys are the best. I love you so much. You guys are awesome. And you can check out my Etsy shop as well, because in November, I'm going to be putting past life readings on sale for the month. So you can check that out there too. And my Patreon too if you want, because it does help me. So as always, peace and love and rock. Oh, it's really low.
There is, yeah. Like you look around, you see more and more, right?
Yeah, looks like Welcome to Bath.